Hey friends, welcome back. Today we are going to do a quick video about highlighting and contouring. So I'm going to start by this is the only brush I'm going to use. This is called the 30-second hack brush and it's from Maskcara Beauty. So I'm first going to dip into my highlight color, and these are all cream-based colors. So they blend really well, they have great coverage. So I'm just going to show this for you. I'm just dabbing. You can see how much is on. Sorry, it's not really in focus, but you can kind of see there's not a lot. And I am just gonna kind of apply it sloppy, and then we'll go back and blend. So I'm starting with this kind of triangle piece under my eye, and I'm just gonna do that a few more taps under both eyes. And this is gonna brighten right underneath the eye. And then we're also gonna take this right here on the chin. I have a lot of, well, not a lot, but a significant, an amount that I noticed, amount of redness right here. So I like to take this right along my jaw too. And like just a couple taps does it. Like I literally go and then go back onto my face. So it's got some good coverage. Okay, so I'm just like tapping all over. Notice like I'm not really smearing. I'm more tapping, and I like to buff a lot as well. But buffing almost feels like smearing to me sometimes. So mostly I just dab like that, okay? Double tap again. Maybe, actually that was a treble tap, sorry. But anyways, and then I'm just gonna come right here above, kind of in this T-zone area, down my nose. And I also take it on the sides of my nose a little bit. Under the nose. Really just, the point of this is we're trying to highlight right here to create this triangle of light. And then also I'm using this for coverage. And it's just gonna brighten my whole face up a little bit. So, another thing I like to do that is totally optional is my eyelids are kind of naturally dark. I have no eyeshadow on. These are just my lids. So I usually take a little bit of my highlight color and we'll just pop it right onto my lids. And this time I do swipe because dabbing doesn't feel great on my eye. But I just put a little bit on there. And as long as you keep it to a small amount, you won't have bad creasing. Usually what I do is I put this on my eyelids, and then I finish up the rest of my makeup, and when I'm done with the rest of it, I just go in and fix any creasing if there is any, and that's usually all I have to do for the day. So this has just kind of evened out my tone and made my eyes not look like the skin on them was different. So that's that, and that's how I put my highlight on. Then what I do is I like to use the same end, so I just use this for highlight. I like to use this same end for my contour color. And I just take it and rub, if there's any, there's really not a lot of extra, but just so that my colors aren't mixing, I just swirl it around on my wrist. You could do it on paper towel, whatever you want, but I just find my wrist is usually there, and I can do that. So now I'm gonna dip into my contour color. Again, I'm just kind of dabbing into it, and you can see I got a fair amount on there. And I'm going to use my fingers and pinch it like this. I'm gonna find where my ear meets my head, and I see this line on my mouth, and I'm kind of gonna go in a straight line towards that, but I'm gonna stop about here. You don't wanna bring your contour in further than the colored part of your eye when you're looking straight forward. So I'm gonna stop somewhere in here. And if you need a different guideline, if that's not that helpful to you, here is my cheekbone. I can feel it right here. I'm coming right underneath my cheekbone because I'm really just wanting to add dimension to my cheekbone and make it really look like I have a cheek. So again, I'm just dabbing. I'm gonna stop right there. It looks really dark and kind of scary from here, but I promise it blends out really nicely. So again, I'm gonna get more on this side, and I'm just gonna dab or come in here. can dab back and forth. I'm just doing little tiny dabbing motions, just trying to make sure I got it evenly on there, okay? So there's that. Then I'm gonna take it, and if you feel like you have a large forehead, you're gonna wanna add a lot of contour up here. Contour is a darker color, so it is going to de-emphasize your forehead, I guess. How's the best way to say that? Basically, it's gonna draw the attention away from up here and more to this triangle of light that we just created. So my forehead, I'm like, I don't really care. So I usually do just a little bit across the top, but I've found lately I've really liked doing it right here on the sides. So let me show you what that looks like. So here's across the top. I kind of just start up here and drag it down a little bit. And you can swipe back and forth, blend it out, whatever you want. So I kind of like to blend as I go for the most part. Oh, sorry, I just scratched myself. Anyways, I kind of like to blend as I go. You can just put it all on and blend later. But, so anyways, I just put contour here and here, bring it down. So you can see already this is creating a shadow on my face right here. So it's making it seem in more and bringing attention to this area of my face. And that's the thing of contour. So really, it's almost like an art. You can make your face kind of an art project if you desire. So anyways, now what I'm gonna do is blend out these lines. So again, I'm gonna dab. I didn't put any more product on my face after I just did that, or on my brush. I'm gonna dab, and then I'm going to just like swipe up. The reason I go up is because we want to lift the cheekbones. So again, I'm just going kind of back and forth and then up and getting that all blended. Now let me do this side and we'll come back. So again, you're just gonna blend this. And you can even go in little tiny circles. And the other thing to keep in mind is you're welcome to not do as harsh of a contour line. I know contour can be really, really scary for people, especially if you've never done it before. It took me a while to get used to it. But, so you can see, like, mine's still dramatic looking, but you can see the shadow that it creates, okay? So that's kind of what we're going for. We're going for that shadow look. So I'm gonna keep blending just a little bit, just in circles and up. And then what I like to do is if I feel like my contour line is too thick or whatever, sometimes I just dip right back into my highlight color after I wipe my brush. And you can just come touch it up a little bit. If you feel like it went too high or too low, you can come underneath. We're gonna add a blush color here in a second, but I'm just touching up right around here. So I mean, I feel like we did okay. It's adding, that's like a very, I don't know, maybe I'm used to it, so it might seem dramatic to you, but I feel like this is a nice shadow right here. Okay. Oh, what I was gonna say is just one pro tip. You have smile lines right here. Never bring any of your colors inside your smile lines. Never come past these smile lines right here. So right here you can see I'm kind of close, but I'm not inside of them yet. So you want to keep that distance. All right, now for the fun part. I love, love, love all the blush options, but this is the one I'm choosing today. This is called Baby Watermelon. And again, I just swiped off this end of the brush. I'm gonna dip into my color. You can see I don't have a ton. These are very pigmented, so watch out. So like even with this, I can see that it's very concentrated right there. I'm just like gonna dab it right there before I put it on my face because I just didn't want to end up accidentally putting way too much. This is like a really fun hot pink color. Anyways, so you're kind of putting this like just on the apples of your cheeks or wherever you really desire to put blush. I just kind of keep it in this area generally. And again, like I didn't even go back in for any more color. I'm just like going back and forth on the sides of my face, going around in a circle so that I'm kind of just blending as I go. So, want. So the fun thing about these blushes is you can kind of mix them to whatever you want them to be. So for me, I feel like this is brighter than I was expecting it to be, and it'll probably fade after a minute or two. But I actually have another color right here, I think. I hope. We're gonna find out. Okay, so I have, it's not really a color I was looking for either. That's okay. We'll just go for it. It's not that bad. It's just a little bit bright for my taste. So I'm going to go into a little bit darker color and just put that right on top. These are very light taps. Like I'm tapping once and we're going light. This color is called Plum and it's really pretty. So I'm gonna put that there. Anyways, all right, so there we are. Again, I'm not gonna bring it inside. I didn't see I'm close again, but I'm not gonna bring it inside the smile lines. And you wanna leave at least 1 finger width apart from your nose or 2 where your blush is at. So mine's a little bit close, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wipe off this, go back into my highlight color, and I'm just gonna re-emphasize this triangle under my eye. So I kind of just covered that blush up a little bit. Do the same thing on this side. Sometimes I get a little carried away with my blush. I just get so excited about it. So anyways, that's what you can do. So that just kind of brought my face shape back the way I want it, kind of bringing the emphasis down in. Okay, so again, I'm just wiping this off and blend. Okay, last step, if you want to. It's not a must, but I'm going to today. This is a wet beauty blender. This one's from Maskcara Beauty, but you can find them anywhere. Some have better quality than others, but this one's really good. And you can just use this to dab off any extra and also to finish blending out anything you felt like you couldn't get with your brush. So I might blend out that contour a little bit more. Go over here. Okay. If you feel like you have any lines, you can just kind of rub and blend with this. I go over my eyelids with this, just to make sure I don't have any creasing or anything. Okay, so 3 quick final things. This is called Illuminator. It's a really pretty kind of shimmery cream. And this is optional, but you can put it right up here on top of your cheekbones. And it's just so pretty. It catches, do you see how this is like catching the sunlight? So it just kind of gives you that lit from within glow. Just a little icing on the cake that you need. You can also, optional, but you can put it right under your brow bones if you want to highlight those. And yeah, that's Illuminator, which is really fun. The lip and cheek colors double, well, they're cheek colors, they're blushes, but they double as lip colors. So I'm gonna go into this one, and I haven't tried this one on my lips yet, so let's see what it looks like. How fun. It is so bright. Okay. But there are also a lot more matte shades that are really fun too. Okay, so again, I like the color, but I'm gonna come in with my Plum and mix it on my lips. Okay, sorry, I got interrupted by a phone call, but you didn't miss anything. I'm putting Plum on my lips, mixed with my baby watermelon that I already did. So that creates a really, really pretty pink color. Okay. So that is so fun. One of my favorite things. I've never been a lip person, and I hate buying lipstick and trying it, and then it stays just for 5 ever. Not even 4 ever, just 5 ever. It's way long. You can never get off. But this gives just enough color, and it's just non-permanent enough that I like it. I don't feel like I'm gonna ruin anybody's clothes with it or anything. So I like that. And last step is I'm just gonna add my normal eye mascara. So hope you enjoyed, and let me know know if you have any questions, and we will talk to you guys later.